top end of the national park area here in the Pilbara. Well, this is coming into MILLSTREAM. As you can see, it's quite a expansive view out there. Well, this is the walk into Python Pool. Have a look at these stunning red plants that are out at the moment, and they're all along the road. Just magnificent coming through just to see these, the colours of these. Have a look at these. So I'm walking up the old Cameleers track. People walk their camels through here. Probably got their water from Python pools. Again, just beautiful wildflowers. We're just seeing along the way. Well, the Cameleers track's about 1.5 hour return walk to Python pools. Just an open walk really, but lovely scenery. Now, to give you an idea of how long these ore trains are, I'm going to measure the distance of this one. So if you look at this one here to my left, we'll see how long it is. And it's a pretty place, and they have over here they have a salt works. Don't know whether you can see it or not. I'm about to visit the museum here. This was an old pearl lugging place. It's a coastal village, it's a fishing village, and it's very pretty. Let's go inside and have a look. So this is inside the museum. Ali would have been interested in that. That's X-ray developer. There's an old .22 rifle there, a little bit like I had when I was a child. So the pearling business started here in 1883. It is a wonderful old museum, this one. Lovely looking through. This is the wharf at Onslow at Bearden Creek. Well, this is the beach at Onslow. It's a very pretty place. The caravan park is right on the front there. It's also very nice. But I think I might try the free camps tonight. Well, I'm camped here on the Ashburton River, and across from me is Twiggy Forrester's property where he was born and raised, and you can see my campsite just there in the background. It's been a nice spot and I've stayed here for a few nights. So this is the old Onslow historic site. The original town of Onslow took shape in this location from 1885, serving the wool industry's port at the mouth of the Ashburton River where I'm camped. When repeated cyclone damage and heavy silting rendered the original Onslow jetty impractical, the town relocated in 1925, 20 kilometres away to Bearden Creek. That's what the original town looked like, but there are actually no buildings left apart from the one behind me, which is the police and obviously lockup area. Let's go in and have a look. Most of the buildings haven't survived at Old Onslow, but this one has. We might go in and have a look. This is the police station, which comprised an office, a courthouse, a lockup and living quarters. The lockup was extended in 1906 and serves as a jail mostly for Aboriginal prisoners detained under the Masters and Servants Acts. The iron rings used to shackle Aborigines throughout the day are still visible. An unroofed exercise yard allowed prisoners to move freely within, but the walls topped with large pieces of broken bottles deterred escape. Well, this would have been a cell for sure. They put a roof over it to protect it now. So a new roof, but yes, interesting. Another cell. And a third one. Fourth one. I wouldn't like to be locked in here. This is where the shackles were. You can see it's still on the floor. Gee, that's a narrow one. Maybe that was solitary confinement. Why people have to scratch their names on walls, I don't know. I think they'd have better ways of claiming fame. So the township was originally a frontier settlement established for the local pearling and pastoral industries in the late 19th century. least they're preserving it, which is good. That the earliest graves date back to 1897, and the graves were segregated based on their religion. Catholics had one section, Anglicans had their own, and a separate section for other. At least 38 Anglicans are buried here. Meanwhile, only 5 Catholics are known to rest in the cemetery. The cemetery was used until the 1920s, during which time the town was relocated to Beedon, and a plaque erected in 2002 lists some of the people that were buried here. This is probably one of the most loneliest grave sites that I've visited, but probably one that's had the most care taken with the headstones. Well, I'm in the old cemetery of Onslow, and I'm reading the headstones, which are very well preserved, I must say, the best I've seen, and they're dating back to 1912, 1920, 1870, and what I've seen is how young the people passed away. They were in their well, from young kids to most of the ones here would have died, and nobody would have reached the age of 70. I don't think I've seen any that have reached 70 years of age. It's usually around 50 people are passing away here, up to about 1920. You can see how well preserved this old cemetery is. So someone is obviously looking after it. There's somebody, a young child passed away, 8 years, 1924. 1919, Annie Louisa, 54 years. This person was born in 1906, Thomas, died in 1913. Here's Jessie, the wife of Leslie Whitaker, 26 years of age, died in 1913. So here's Charles Nystrom, age 40, died in 1917. Oh, it's sad place, but you can see where my car is. I'm in the middle of nowhere. But you can see in the distance, I don't know, you might be able to see the gasworks from the northwest shelf. They're building a number of these, and there's another one over there, and they've been erected in the last 4, 5 to 7 years. There's another one out there as well. So I can see 3. So obviously a major industry for this area, but apart from that, there's nothing here. Here's Charles Payne. He's late of Uffcline, Devon, England. Born 19th of May 1841 and died 16th of February 1914.